My name is Mike Bonadies with the Merchants of Business, and today I'm here to talk about exclusivity agreements. More specifically, I'm going to talk about exclusivity agreements from the supplier side of the equation. Exclusive deals or exclusive arrangements are a very powerful tactic that can help build a win-win situation for both you and your core distributors. If executed well, they can create a symbiotic relationship between you and your distributors together in the minds of your customers, bringing both in new business and causing repeat business. Additionally, they're a great defensive mechanism that can create natural barriers for your competition from entering into your space. Distributors are your partners, but like any deal, you want to make sure that you structure your exclusivity agreements that creates a winning agreement for you. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because it's a winning agreement for you doesn't mean it's necessarily or inherently a losing agreement for your distributor partner. But you want to make sure you create an agreement that is beneficial for yourself. You never want to bind yourself to a situation that puts you at a disadvantage commercially. With that said, I'm going to cover a few things to consider when structuring your exclusivity deal. Before I get into the tips and tricks of structuring an exclusivity deal, I want to first state that I'm not a contract lawyer. Whenever you do any kind of exclusivity deal, especially if it's written, you want to talk to a contract lawyer who's an expert at the legal aspect of this and what is viable in your region and what isn't. That being said, the tips I'm going to mention ahead are what I've experienced and what I've executed in the deals I've helped broker. First off, you want to tie your exclusivity agreements to new SKU listings. This is the most important aspect of any exclusivity agreement. I mean, think about it. When you sign an exclusive agreement with a distributor, you're saying that you're going to list your product exclusively with them. You're cutting off all your other channels of distribution. Having that portion in your contract or having that agreement that that distributor will list future SKUs gives your line, gives your brand a place of grow in the future, and also shows the commitment of the distributor to grow and facilitate your brand that you're listing with them. You know, the last place you want to be in as you sign an exclusivity agreement is to be with a distributor that has no intention of growing your product line. Instead, they actually used it against you negatively, where they sign an exclusive agreement with you. They don't commit to new future listings. They don't list your product. And then that makes way for a private label to come in and take out your product. Secondly, you want to tie your exclusivity agreement to barring competitive SKUs in the area you play. Depending on what country or region or state that you live in or what business you're in, there may or may not be laws around barring competition or competitive products in an exclusivity agreement from a distributor. If you can, that's great. Definitely take the opportunity to bar your competition and say that you're going to be the exclusive provider for that distributor in that space. If you can't directly do it, there are ways to indirectly cause that, without outright saying it. One way is to give yourself what's called the first right of refusal, or to state in the agreement that you are the exclusive provider of this product and that the distributor has to come to you first with a new idea or new listing of a product in that space that you play in. If you can provide it, you're awarded the listing. If you can't provide it, that means the distributor can go from you to the competitors and purchase that product and list it. Thirdly, you want to tie your exclusivity agreement to volume. Tying it to volume provides a workaround as well as a best practice when agreeing on an exclusivity deal. If you know the market size well enough and you know the potential of your distributor, you can agree to something along the lines of, this brand will be exclusive to you, Mr. Distributor, as long as you purchase a certain amount this year, next year, and X% more for the next 5 years. If you go backwards in purchase agreement, or if you go backwards in purchases year over year, this agreement's no longer valued. That it's no longer valid. Again, you want to talk to a lawyer before you structure something like that out, but I want to provide an outline which you can structure a deal if you can't say some things outright or your partner's a little hesitant to it. Using volume as a tool in an agreement provides coverage against the competition. I mean, when they agree to a volume commitment, they can only do so much to list competitors. If they list too many competitors, they're going to put your volume agreement at risk. And if they break that volume, it breaks your exclusivity deal and you can go to other distributors. Fourthly, tie your exclusivity to your rebate program. It's pretty common practice that when you create an exclusive deal or go after an exclusive deal, you typically juice your rebate program, especially for that exclusive product. And when you do that, it should come with the expectation that the partner is going to adhere to the exclusive agreement. Try to get a part added to your rebate program that says, if you uphold your exclusivity, you get this increased rebate. If you don't uphold your exclusive deal, you lose your rebate check. And no distributor wants to lose their rebate check at the end of the year. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that exclusive arrangements or exclusive deals are about creating a win-win situation for both you and your distributor. It's not about screwing over a partner or getting the upper hand. If you want to broker an exclusivity deal, then make sure both parties feel like they are comfortable with the deal, that they get ammo to facilitate stronger sales with that brand line and themselves. Agreements can have multiple aspects. Tying in many different conditions can help make it clear what the expectations are of the exclusivity agreement. You want to be in a situation where both you and your distributor feel committed to strengthening your current relationship and supporting the exclusive product. I hope you guys enjoyed listening and learning about exclusivity deals from the supplier's perspective. If you're interested in learning more about channel decisions or owning the P&L or retail marketing, then click subscribe. Again, this is Mike Bonadies with the Merchants of Business, and that's great channel management.